You see, I don't want to walk in a situation with Yuri where it's like, yeah, it's like, look how amazing I am at poems, right? And to totally just shatter the girl's fucking image of me. But then again, she's gonna be doing that herself. Rather, no matter what I'm gonna, it's like, they're all gonna read it. Well, it's gonna resonate a little with her, I think. So, you know what, fuck it, bite the bullet. Let's do this. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. And yeah, so yes, she can judge it. She can judge it very, very furiously, because we just established that we had this nice little cute moment there. I can trust her opinion to be fair. ... That's another thing as well. I wouldn't want, if Sayori was gonna sugarcoat it for me, I wouldn't want her to sugarcoat it because I don't like false sense of security. Even though Doki Doki Literature Club seems like it is a false sense of security all along here. But yeah, I suppose if I was gonna try and advance this like this, if I was really goddamn brave about it, I'd do it. I did get Emi's route in Katawa Shoujo because the girl egged me on, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I had a heart injury, but fuck it, I can outrun that fucking legless girl who runs every day. Yeah, let's do it, and then I almost killed myself. That's how you get on that route. So, yeah, I can do brave but brain-dead stupid things. So, let's see where this goes. So, ... diddly ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Ah, she likes it a little. Exceptional. Wow. Okay. So yes, how do you like the story of the autism between, you know, the the Federated Socialist States of Voskodestia and the Kingdom of Cervanus, and how they are actual, really kind of, sort of built up or sort of broken down stereotypes of each other that are built up in detailed ways that are trying to intersect in as many ways with each other. The many and the few. Eh? What was that? Question mark? Did I say that out loud? Oh. 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 Okay. Oh, okay. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Well, it looks like my gamble paid off. Holy shit, go me. Oh, she's making the U noises. He's going to hate me. Why? You really didn't do anything wrong. Why did they tell me that? How would I know that? Did I pick up on that on my own? Or is that something I gleaned from her expression? Okay. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yeah, it's just a shitty poem I wrote in an evening about stuff. Yeah. She's been introduced to the autism, guys. Now we see where we can go with this. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Absolutely none! Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. No, I haven't! I just kind of threw a bunch of words on a fucking page before. I just kind of, I write some stuff down that makes sense, and then, I kind of look at it and think, is the sentence structure actually right? And then I kind of think it's shit after a while, and then this is why I can't write a book. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Really. This is not what people said about the showman the first time. I mean, seeing it the first time, not necessarily the reaction of me telling everyone about it. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yes, break down my autism. Do it. Yes. That's exactly what I want you to do, woman. Engage with me. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Okay. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Ah. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Okay, she's being smart now. Please, be smart here. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Please, tell me how to write, Yuri. I need this. Please, please, lecture me. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Or actually understanding how they can actually work together like that to begin with. Yes, please, Yuri, please, be my better half here. Engage with me in my autism. Gunner, tank, 300. Load Sabo. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. Okay. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. I'm expecting I just hand it to her and it's like, I hate this shit! That's what I'm seeing. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. No, please show me. Please give me more information that you wouldn't have given me if I wasn't actually good at it. Like, we didn't spend that moment just now doing that. You know, having a very, very nice, intimate, like, reading session there. Right, it's not like you feel comfortable exchanging things that kind of worry you or anything like that now. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Just everyone. She's apologizing to everyone for just existing right now. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Yes, okay, right. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yep, this woman can ramble really hard and then probably teach me a thing or two, but also I can ramble up a storm too. I might be incoherent by the end of the day, but ooh boy, there's gonna be a lot of talking here. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Yes, read my autism. Do it. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh boy. Oh boy. From that, methinks, she shares her stuff, but she may either be so esoteric, or rather good in some cases, or rather so thoughtful and rambly about what she does that the other people in this club have no idea what the fuck she's going on about, so she feels unfulfilled for sharing things. Okay, so what's this? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the pleasant but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicken back. Well, that's deep, girl. And also, she likes halogen. I like halogen glow. It's very nice and comforting. I'd like her to explain flicking back, because that's a very creative thing to say. But okay. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Woman, it's 2018. Who the fuck writes in cursive like that anymore? But, yeah, okay. My handwriting is absolutely fucking... Did you actually look at my poem? Jesus Christ. Maybe God gifted me with actually acceptable handwriting and spelling in this case. It's just not having a brain. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Yeah, I wasn't. It's just kind of hard to read because I don't really read cursive that often, but it's alright handwriting. But it took you a long time to read, because there were a lot of really big words, and I wanted to take it in and enjoy it. I feel actually enriched for actually reading it. It's very nice. Well, it's just that I don't read script very often. Holy shit, it is me. Holy shit, it is me! I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yup. And that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Yeah, I got the moment in there. But I'm a bit lost on the meaning of I flicking back though. That's I suppose the line about living in the past but breathing in the present is also sort of indicative of that, or sort of like showcases flickering in some cases like that. But I'm wondering what she actually meant by that. It wasn't too short. It's a poem. Poems are short. I usually write longer poems. Oh, she usually rambles longer. Okay. All right. She spared us the autism. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Does she like spooky ghosts? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Fontaman. Yeah, it's about a person who believes that they are a ghost because they are alone and standing under a streetlight, regarding that it feels comfortable under that halogen glow because the future looks unkind and unsightly, and the past looks so much better in some cases. It's always... It seems like it was a better time before you had to be exactly where you are. Something like that. Maybe that was it. Man, that sounds about right. So, Yuri, please explain. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Yeah, I just kind of outlined it, and what I said sounds pretty rational, I think. Right. So please explain your... Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Yeah. And soon to be left with nothing. Is something bad happening behind the scenes, Yuri? Do you need a big, strong man to bust through the walls of your heart and save you? Because I could be that man. I'd totally be that man. Good lord, I've been training to be that man my entire life, but nobody lets me. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Yeah, okay, so that was like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was basically kind of what it's somewhat of what I was getting at, but a lot more detailed, which is what I was looking for. I was looking for details. I caught a mood. I haven't even thought of that. Well, good luck. Thankfully, I'm Fontuman's subconscious here. I'm thinking about things. I'm thinking about things way too fucking much. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so I don't even know what the fuck mine said. I just picked a bunch of fucking words and threw them together in the fucking, like, 5 minutes last night. Holy shit, I just, you know, things. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Actually, I probably could. So, please, Miss Yuri, teach me. You think so? Flea, I have no idea how to write a fucking poem, even if I try. I'm even less informed about writing poetry than, you know, writing stories in general. So, yeah, go right ahead, Yuri. Teach me how to write a poem. Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. Well, that's good. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Fontaman. Why, thank you, Yuri. Living up to my expectations already. Me too. It's probably gonna be shit. So what's the term? Well, actually, no. Not the term, but what's the line I'm thinking of here? I'll recite it later, I suppose. It's a long thing to remember, but it's probably one of the most inspirational things I've ever read in a book. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? Well, currently, you know, I think I'm just gonna, if I'm writing off of that, because I just tried something really, really daring and it paid off. Not Monica. Dear God, not Monica. I just tried something really, 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 really daring, and it did actually pay off, and things are kind of going okay. So now I'm just gonna take my poem and then nonchalantly just sort of like skip my way over to Sayori and say, Yuri liked it. I feel better about myself. Just imagine me holding a piece of paper and just being giddy, just sliding across the classroom. Trot, 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 trot. Dot, dot, dot. This is a good poem, Fontaman. Thank you. Generalized. Good. Are you sure it's your first time? Yeah. It's nice to hear that sort of thing, but yeah, this is my first time writing poetry by selecting a bunch of words at random. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Right, or am I the kind of person who would be doing that? Right. I guess you're right, Tilda. But that's what impressed me. Well, that's why it impressed me. I think I probably scored more points with Sayori in the things. But it doesn't seem like she's, like, shocked by it. Like, Yuri had to take a step back and just like, holy shit, someone who shares autism on a respectable level to me. Oh god! Someone who's not a Philistine! Ha! Maybe if I'd actually started to, like, really jive it, or rather, really, like, try to game it by writing that sort of thing, she probably would have had a heart jump out of her fucking chest. But I wasn't really trying. Rather, not necessarily trying as hard as I could. I was being honest with myself, not necessarily trying to get as many points with her as possible. But that's why it impressed me. Yes, because I don't do anything, and so when I exhibit anything at all, it's a surprise to everyone. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Well, I'm all about destroying expectations. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Excuse me. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. Yeah, okay, yeah, I showed the effort. I want to be here. Even though I kind of just forgot you for about, probably about 30 minutes. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now, Tilda. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Okay, so this is internal thoughts. I must have misread that beforehand. So this is yeah, I misread that and didn't register it properly in my head. Sorry about that. I get stuck in my own brain sometimes and I don't really notice things around me. I'm more like Yuri than I'd like to admit sometimes. Yeah, so this is my own thoughts. Right. Beforehand it was Yuri being afraid of, before it was me being afraid of Yuri hating me for saying something. But no, it all works out perfectly fine. But okay, right, yeah. Yeah, I made the effort to show up and that's not enough, but no, she wanted me to be enthused. These women want me to be enthused. They want my creative juices. That's not intentionally lewd, but you know what, you can look at it like that. Metaphors. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. I'm totally into Yuri, though. This works out pretty well. See? It's like I said before, Fontoman. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? You know, I'm not. But that's probably one of my main problems early on. I wasn't selfish enough in some cases. Selfish is a strong word. I didn't take myself into account in a lot of cases. But, well, it works out here in anime land, though. Trying new things like this for other people. Hey, I said I'll play Necronica. That's something that only really good people do. Well, thanks, Sayori. Still in sync. 1-to-1. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I'm trying to appease you because you're my friend, and I'm also trying to get with that Yuri chick over there since she seems to be actually really nice and really informed and actually kind of nice to be around. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Yeah, because safety zone. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Thanks, Solo Wing Sayori. That will be my way of thanking you, Tilda. This works out. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Okay, Sayori, how depressed up to your eyeballs are you? Let's see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. That's an interesting thing there. Okay, Sayori. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, now I'm just kind of reminded of, whatchamacallit, Mr. Blue Sky by Elo. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, but there's a bit of joke in there. There's comedy in there. Alright, Sayori, I think I'd be friends with you. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? She might have. No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. It's either yes or no, Sayori. Did you actually want breakfast? Was that the motivation? Did I guess that right? I didn't actually guess this one right, but you know what? Fontoman's got this one. I forgot to do it last night. You see, I was putting more effort in fucking Sayori, and she's the one who invited me to the goddamn club. Jesus goddamn fucking Christ. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I will try to abstain from being savage. I still tried my best. Actually, it was pretty good. It's enjoying to write. It's, well, actually, enjoying to read. It feels like it wants to be happy, but it's kind of mournfully accepting certain things. In some cases, it is happy in its own little dream world. Again, Sayori's probably depressed up to her fucking eyeballs. I still tried my best. Yeah, and it shows. Really, it does. Actually, the breakfast line is actually, well, actually kind of funny in a way. Actually, not really funny in a way. It's pretty obvious. It comes out of nowhere. It makes you giggle. So, yeah, good. Enjoyable read. And, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. You see, she lets me know things. She tells me about what's going on here. She lets me know all the deets. Thanks, Sayori. You are the best wingman here. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Yes, it is, but I'm on a diet right now, so I kind of have to manage my meals into really, really small areas. I get all cranky and stuff. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee tilde. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, surprisingly, that went okay. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. I guess I'll try to be happy about it, or something, whatever, just fucking whatever. It's not like I'm reading anything. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, you see, going from my natural expectations and letting Natsuki's hot-cold thing bite her in the ass, I would actually stay away from Natsuki at this point, and she would be dead last. So let's go with Monica, but then again, I didn't score any points with Monica, and she wasn't actually really on the thing. So I'm not exactly sure what she'd say, or rather, if it was actually a thing there. Or rather, what that actually did. Well, let's go with Monica then, because it just seems like the logical option. Natsuki seems okay underneath everything, but at this point, really, she's just kind of abrasive and angry. It's probably rational. There's probably a rational reason under that, but it doesn't make her very approachable in some cases. She's kind of a really scary short stack. So let's go with Monica. Hi, Fondaman. Having a good time so far? Actually, yeah, everything's working out pretty good. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring it up. Well, yeah, bring things up, okay. Once again, editing while I'm not reading. Oh boy, I really need to stop doing that. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. She's intimidating. She's Monica. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. This is logical. This sounds like me. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha! There's the flip again. Oh boy. Don't worry, Fondaman. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. Eventually, we'll stop being awkward fuckers. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Fontaman. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Ooh. Yeah. She can't express emotions that aren't just sort of like passive or happy, but like any other emotion is beyond her apparently. It's really metaphorical. Is that a compliment? It's metaphorical. Yes, it's metaphorical, but metaphorical in a good way or a bad way, or is it just it's like it has metaphors? Is that a good thing innately? Monica, tell me. Please explain. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Yet again, you doubted me, woman. That was your first mistake. I guess I underestimated you. Yeah, you did! I'm not gonna say that, though. So, I guess so. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. You see, I'm a power gamer here. I let you think I'm not doing anything, and then I destroy your expectations, and I don't know. Basically, well, I haven't done it on YouTube yet, but you know what? You know what? I do this a lot in some cases. I destroy expectations in some cases. Sometimes they just piss me off at how low they can be. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, now you know my secret, so it doesn't work anymore. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Okay, yeah, alright, that's right. Yuri likes to hide in symbolism and whatnot and have deeper meanings behind anything and having a lot of intricacy. Sayori, I suppose, what that showed me is Sayori is a very direct person. So, like, I didn't manage to pick that out, but in-game Fontaine managed to think, it managed to pick it out, she wrote it just before breakfast and had the first things on her head. Like, wrote down the first things on our mind. So it's very direct, there isn't very much to think about there, and I shouldn't try to construe meaning out of what the hell's going on. It's probably a little bit in there, but it's not direct. It's not as sort of hidden, or rather, requiring as much thought as Yuri's, I suppose. Right? Right? I think that's what the game is trying to tell me. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Yeah, that's, yeah, okay. I like to have an intentional meaning behind the things that I want to write, but then again, I already established I can't write. So, yeah. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. You're telling me, sister. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. Yeah, I kind of just go full ham for one of those things, so maybe Doki Doki Literature just kind of let me remember something about it that I kind of have to let people walk away with something on their own in some cases. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Well, thanks, Monica. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Yeah, it's kind of been my last, like, what, 3 years currently? Trying a whole bunch of new fucking things. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Yeah, that's an understatement, me. You're gonna need a lot of time and a lot of encouragement. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Well, thanks, Monica. So, don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Well, impressing a group of 4 girls in a literature club, yeah, that's not necessarily what I have to worry about. Me out here in the real world, I do actually have to impress you with my writing. Whenever that gets to you. One day, though. Another skirt flip. Laughter. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes, okay, so what does Monica write? Because right now the game is being very, very standoffish with Monica in terms of, like, she's just kind of here. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Oh boy. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas are already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Well, that's very existential crisis, don't you think? I can understand that, yeah. When somebody says you can do anything, that means, well, you can do anything, but you don't necessarily have a guiding choice on what you want to do or feel if anything is correct while you're doing it. You always just kind of feel like you're fucking around if somebody says that. Sometimes you need direction, but trying to look for it yourself is very stressful. Okay, Monica. There's something back there. I assumed that there was, but alright. So, what do you think? I think you might be a bit depressed, Monica, but you're good at hiding it. So, I can't really tell. There's probably... But again, me, I always lean towards, like Yuri, I suppose, lean directly into analyzing deeper meaning without being able to look at things at face value in a lot of cases. Like I said, I spend a lot of time in my head, and then, well, things kind of get clouded. The thoughts interest me more than I think that what's being told at me at face value. What it could possibly be is more interesting than what's actually written on the page in some cases. That might be a bit of a problem. But as I get some water because I am talking a whole lot right now, we answer Monica with, "You think it's good, Fonto?" It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Yeah, it is more like just kind of book writing rather than a poem, I think, but honestly, I don't know how to judge poems. I don't look at poems, and I don't know how to write poems. So I wouldn't be able to judge style, but... Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. So what now? When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Alright, so it's more like verse, right? It's more like a song in a way. Not necessarily where things rhyme themselves. Well, rhyming is more verse, I suppose. That's how you do verse in some cases, or rather just singing. So, when things are spaced apart enough they sound better when you say them. Alright, sensible. What was the inspiration behind this one? please share something about yourself, Monica. I've been kind of drained on this. This is kind of the first interesting thing I saw. I peered into this hole here, and this is the only thing that I saw. I saw a scared girl. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Alright, fine, I'd listen to it, and I'd listen to you if you laid it on me, but alright, fine. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Please, God Emperor, give me the tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. This is true. However, well, if I try to think about making progress, then perfection kind of goes out the window too. But yeah, I get your point. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. See, that's good advice. You see, I don't do that a lot. A lot of cases when I write something, I go into the thing and write it down the first time. And if I can't get it right the first time, I kind of revolt against looking at it. Or rather, revolt against it, and it's very hard for me to pick it back up again after that, because I pick it up and I look at it again and it looks even worse. So, good advice. Something I have to force myself through if I'm ever actually going to write a book myself. Thank you, Doki Doki Literature Club. And thank you, Monica. Thank you for this amazing inspiration. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you, Monica, for your advice. Yes, yes, yes. Cowards die in shame, heroes live forever. Thank you for listening, Tilda. Who should I show the poem to next? Okay, so basically it just kind of had me go the rounds here. So I was expecting there to be a cutoff here where I'd have to choose and I'd only have enough time to do a certain section of the girls, but it just kind of went with it. Like, it just kind of made me go through the motions for all of them. So, okay. Alright, fine. So this has got a pace to it, I suppose. Rather, it's got its own pace to it, so yeah, we're gonna go with the flow here. So let's go see what Natsuki thinks about our very, very deep and engrossing writing. She just kind of feels like, yeah, if I throw any sort of autism in front of her, she's just gonna look at it and go, what is this nerd shit? Shut up about your nerd shit, nerd. Right? That's the interpretation I'm getting from Natsuki. But she may actually like it in some cases, or like the attention. I don't know what her thing is, but she's definitely the sun-sun. ... Question mark. Fontaman, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Okay, so this is really, like, okay, so we have 3 people back there who either being nice or actually legitimately believed that we were doing good, and, yeah, Natsuki did actually get the lowest amount of points out of what we were writing. I only saw her jump up, like, maybe once or twice, because we stayed away from the cute things. But, yeah, wow. That's pretty savage at the end of all that shit back there. Wow. Good thing I have 3 other girls to cuddle with after this. God damn. Do you think I'm stupid? No, I just wrote a poem about autism. I'm not a writer. I barely am myself, too. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? It's good that this Fundament is better at propping himself up, because if I had actually gone to Natsuki first and she had actually said this to me, I'd feel like shit and not want to show it to anybody. So, good. Good, I managed to stay away from the fucking obvious thing that destroys me. Good. Alright, Natsuki, we're not gonna get along until you straighten your shit out. If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. That's a good one. Burn. Painful to think about? ... Yep, clenched teeth, awkwardness. Yeah, she's kind of dumb, it seems like. Most people saying that sort of thing doesn't really seem to actually hit them on the head. Most people are aware enough to actually sort of understand that, but Natsuki's just kind of like, she's mad. And I understand what mad is like, but wow, that was really unproductive. You see, I use my anger to get things done. I throw it into my creative process. Natsuki's just kind of frothing in the mouth with everyone. It's just randomly flowing out everywhere. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. Gee, thanks for your gracious comments, Natsuki. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Try me, woman. Try me. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fly, but that's about it. Well, people can try, but that's about it. Sorry, that's where handwriting fuck with me. People can try, but that's about it. Well, that's cute and kind of depressing at the end of it. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, it's a whole lot fucking simpler. Or rather, actually, you know what? I think I expected simple. Just by thinking of what would resonate with people in the selections, I picked up on Natsuki being a very, like, in terms of very wanting simple and direct nice things. Like, for example, pink back there. If I picked pink, I swear to God she would have jumped up on it. So, alright. So she's more of a... Well, she likes happy things, because she's fucking pissed off out of her mind. Okay. Right. But she's got a bit of humor in there as well. But maybe a bit of depression down there as well. But then again, I suppose everyone in this game is fucking depressed, so that's not new. Maybe that's why they're all in a fucking club together. And why I got here, too. Alright. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. No, I liked it. It's kind of what I expected in some certain cases, but it's not like it didn't make me smile, you dumb fucking smarmy, short stack fucking pile of venom. I like it, see? What? I liked your poem, Natsuki. What are you gonna do about it? Just be honest. I was. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Right? So people don't even take my writing seriously. Well, you know, it can be sophisticated, but it also, if it makes a charm out of it, if it gets something across and it makes you either smile or laugh or whatnot, doesn't have to make you think as hard about it, I suppose. But yet again, I kind of tend towards Yuri's way of thinking, where I do actually have to think very hard about it or no one's going to like it. So, that's a bit biased on me as well, maybe. Different ways to see writing. Man, this is a very wholesome visual novel about cute girls and reading. Actually, boy, Jesus, this is actually, yeah, it actually is a wholesome visual novel right about now. Everything's perfectly fine. So, Natsuki, what were you saying about you being preemptively mad before anyone else can insult you? But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Okay. That's a bit smart for me. but sure, why not? In-game Fontaman, you take the wheel. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay, right. She kind of sugarcoated it and then actually hit you with something depressing at the end. I saw that. Yeah, that works out. Like in this poem. And like with you. Natsuki herself, the sun deer, easy to read, but hits you hard, probably with her curveball, whatever the hell it is. I think I got you. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Yeah, I know what that is. I know what that feels like. Oh boy. So I decided to write about it. Sensible. Yeah, when you don't feel like you're very confident at things and you see people doing better than you, period, and, you know, it's the bar there. Even if people say don't put the bar there, it unconsciously puts the bar there, because the bar never really goes away. You're being nice if you dissuade the bar away from people, I suppose. You tell them don't think about it because you're not judging your progress by their progress and whatnot. You're not looking down at them, but the people looking up kind of do it by instinct. So that can be very depressing in some cases. Actually, in a lot of cases. So I understand that as well. Okay. Still need to calm the fuck down, woman. Jesus. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. Yeah, she's got comedic timing. Very good. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. Yes, it did. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on writing poems and whatnot, or the intricacies of writing these things like this. They're little tiny intricate little puzzle pieces. Or like little intricate puzzles. Kind of like Rube Goldberg devices that deliver a message through a series of entertaining actions that seem completely pointless. So, yeah. I'm not gonna pretend I'm good at writing in general, and I'm definitely not gonna pretend to be a poet. So, there you go. Fucking even Natsuki's better than me. I'm not gonna say she isn't. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You could probably be a little tiny bit less self-absorbed there, but okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, Monica did warn me that there are people who are biased as well. So, yeah, That is the thing I would actually like to do, is, in some cases, make simple writing that I didn't have to think too hard about it. But then again, yeah, that straddles a bit of a line. So if I write too simple, then where's the meaning? Right, where's the thing to remember it by? But then again, other than how simple it was and it made you giggle one time. Writing is very difficult, and you can think about it a whole lot of ways, and in a lot of cases, I suppose what you want to say is there's no real right way to do it, but since some people get remembered and some people don't, there is a right way. Kind of like YouTube. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? No, actually I didn't. Well, I expected the cutesy bit out of it. That's what I expected, but yeah, there you go. You're a watchmaker, Natsuki. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that either. So yeah, there you go. Good on you, in-game Fontaman.